always believe house. Oh, we're about to have FUN, fun, because we're about to do Star Review 13. You gotta love these Star Reviews. So a magical whiteboard appears. Let's start rocking and rolling on these problems. Hopefully you are getting better at graphing the lines, okay? So let me get the paper up here. We got the paper up here. So let's look at number one. On number one, we have a Y line, don't we? If we have a Y line, that's going to be hoided. That means the O in the middle is a zero slope, and we're going to have a horizontal line, and it's going to go through -2. So we're going to have a horizontal line through the -2, and then it would be shaded up. Okay, let's go to the next one. On the next problem, we have 2x plus 6. So the slope is going to be 2/1, and the y-intercept is +6. So I'm going to go to the 6, and then my slope is 2/1. I can't go up to right 1, so I got to go backwards. Down to left 1, 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 and connect the dots. And that line will be shaded down, won't it? Okay, so right now I'm looking at the upper right hand portion that's going to be shaded. The next line, I got 1/2 and 1. That -1/2 is the slope. That means that line will go down and it goes to the y-intercept at 1. So we're going to put a dot at the 1, and then we're going to go down 1, right 2, down 1, right 2, down 1, right 2, and then go backwards, up and left. And then I got a straight line that goes through this, don't I? That line would be shaded down. So obviously the triangle would be shaded, wouldn't it? Okay. Now then we're going to go through. The triangle has a base. The base of the triangle is going to be from this dot to this dot, which is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The base is 10. The height is right here, and it's going to be 4. So our base is 10. The height is 4. And this is not a right triangle because, oh yeah it is. So look at the slopes. This has a slope of -1/2. This has a slope of 2 or 2/1. They're opposite reciprocals, aren't they? If they're opposite reciprocals, this is a right angle in it. So this is a right triangle. The area of the triangle is going to be 1/2 times 10 times 4. Half of 10 is 5. 5 times 4 is 20. Okay, the ordered pair that number 2 and 3 intersect at. That's my blue and red green line right here. That's going to be what? -2, 2. That's going to be the solution to the system, right? That's where the two lines intersect. The zeros of line 2 and line 3. Okay, this right here is a 0. So -3 would be a 0 of line 2. That would be the green line. The 0 of line 3 would be right here, which is 2 in it. Remember, the zeros are the x-intercepts. The zeros are the x-intercepts. That's the input that output 0. If we were to write these as ordered pairs, -3, 0, 2, 0, right? If you input -3, you output 0. If you input 2, you output 0. That's why it's called a 0. Lastly, let's find out which one of these works. So 1, 1. 1, 1 is not in the triangle. It does not work. -2, -1, ding, 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 it's in the triangle, it works. -3, left 3, up 2, that is not in the triangle, is it? It does not work. 2, -1 is in the triangle, it works. And -3, -1 is right here, it also works. So those three ordered pairs would be in the systems, okay? If you plugged them into the equations, all of them would be true. Continuing on, FUN, fun. I'm going to zoom into this. Please listen. This is a polynomial. These are polynomials. If you have this, you are going to use Staar. Okay? So if the problem's a polynomial, all of the answers are polynomials, you are going to use Staar. And on this problem, we have 2 will be our x and 3 will be our y. So let's go to the calculator. We're going to go to calculate A, and then we're going to store 2, and then you hit control variable, that's going to be our x, and then we're going to store 3, control variable, that will be our y. We use 2 and 3 because those are the smallest numbers. You want to use small numbers so the output is a small number. Now then, I'm going to type in the problem. Negative, let me make sure this is right. Negative 2x squared y to the 0. So negative 2 x squared y. And remember, to get your exponent, you use that. Then we're going to hit enter. And then times xy to the negative 1. Times xy caret negative 1. Now then, I'm going to hit enter. Okay, now then, I got to put dots between here. So I'm going to go up, hit enter, and I've got to put times between. So I got to put a times right here. Do you see? Oh, not a plus, a times. Now then, do y'all see how they all have dots? So we're going to have to start doing this. So put all dots, hit enter. Now that I get negative 16 over 3. So go to your paper. This is negative 16 over 3 if you store it. Now then, you would just type in the answer choices. The one that gives you negative 6 over 3 is going to be the answer. I'm going to go straight to the answer. Let's try C. So we're going to go negative 2 over xy. So type in negative, or hit control divide. To get, not control delete, control divide. That gets your fraction. And then we need, let's put the negative on top, negative 2, and then x times y on the bottom. X times y. So we have negative 2 over xy, hit enter, and I get negative 1/3. That should be the answer. If you look at the answer choices. Wait, we're going to get x to the 3rd. Let's try B. So let's try B. I'm going to try choice B, so I'm going to hit control divide, and then, shouldn't be 6 though, it should be 2. 2 is not going to change. We should have a negative 2. Negative 2 over xy should be the answer. Negative x2, x squared 0. Should be negative 2 x cubed over y. The answer is not there. That answer is a typo, okay? So I'm going to go and do this by hand. I messed up. So I'm going to do this by hand. This would actually turn into negative 2. The x squared would go on the bottom. The y to the 0 is 1. Then I would have x and the y would go on the bottom. So this answer should be negative 2 over xy. Okay, I do not know why this is matching up, but the answer should be C. Okay, negative 2 over xy should be the correct answer. I do not know why that's not working in the store. Okay, let's go to number 11. Number 11, we have 2 letters. We have A and we have B, don't we? So we're going to store A and B. So let's go to the calculator. I'm going to, let's see, hit delete out of here. I'm going to store 2 as A, and I'm going to store 3 as B. Now then, let's type in the problem. 7A, parentheses, and then A minus 5B, A minus 5B, close parentheses. I got the problem in. Ooh, I got to, sorry about that. I got to go back and put a times right here. Now it'll work. You got to put a multiply between a letter and a parentheses. So I get negative 182. Okay, so on this problem right here, we get negative 182 if we plug it in. Now then, remember, you're going to distribute the 7a. So you should end up with 7a squared and 35ab. Let's type in b. Okay, so go to your calculator and type in 7a squared, and then it's what? Minus 35ab. Minus 35ab. Hit enter. I got to put a dot right here. Let me go up. Right, Jiminy Crickets. This one. Hit enter. I copied it. I got to put a dot right here. So times. Now then hit enter. And I get the negative 182. Notice this one does match up, doesn't it? So go to your paper. Put equal negative 182. All you're trying to do is get them to match, okay? Let's go to number 12. Number 12, we're going to multiply this. You should be able to do this with full. I'm just going to set it up real quick. So 2x plus 3. Y'all got to get where you could do this. And 5x plus 3, we're going to draw the arches and then FOIL, right? So 2x times 5x is 10x squared. And then 3 times 3 is plus 9. The inside arch is plus 15 and the outside arch is plus 6. Okay? So that's how you would do that. You would go straight down and add these up. Now then, let's go and do this with store. So we're going to store 2 for x, okay? So I'm going to go to my calculator. I'm going to store 2 for x, 2 control variable x, hit enter, and now I'm going to type in the problem, 2x plus 3 times 5x plus 3, parentheses, 2x, and then plus 3, close parentheses, and then hit times, open parentheses, 5x plus 3, 5x plus 3, close the parentheses, hit enter, and I get 91. Now then, the answer should be A, right? If we look at the problem right here, I got 81. It should match up to this, shouldn't it? So let's type in A. So 10x squared plus 21x plus 9. And then hit enter. Notice it's also 91 in it. You don't have to know how to do the arithmetic. You must be able to store, okay? So go to the calculator or go to your paper, and A is the right one in it. Sorry about that. They both equaled 91, didn't they? So both of the problems equal 91. Let's go to the next one. This one right here, we would single underline the B squares, we would double underline the B's, and triple underline the C's, okay? So our negative 8 drops, and then notice we need a 9b squared, and 6 plus 3 is 9, so it should be choice B. Now then, I'm going to plug this into store. All I need is B. So I'm going to go to the calculator. I'm going to store 2 for B. 2, control variable B, hit enter. Now then, type in the problem. So I have parentheses 5b squared, 5b squared, and then what? Plus 6b, close the parentheses, hit times, open the parentheses. Oh, I'm sorry, we're adding these. So plus parentheses, and then 4b squared, minus 8, and then plus 3b. Close the parentheses, hit enter, and you get 46, don't you? So go to your paper, hit 46. One of these is going to be 46, and we said it should be B. So let's type in B. So 9b squared plus 9b, and then minus 8. Should be a 46, and ding, 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 ding. Do y'all see how that works? If you can store it, you will never miss these problems, okay? So go to your paper. This was also equal to 46. B is the correct answer, okay? Should not miss these. Just do this with store. I do not know why number 10 doesn't work, but number 10, it's negative 2 over xy, okay? Now then, let's go to 14. Okay, on 14, we're going to graph this and then hit Control T. Anytime you see one of these, you can get the answer by graphing and hitting Control T. So we need to graph x squared minus 5x plus 6. So we're going to go to the calculator, hit home, go to graph, and then we're going to graph x squared, and then it's what? Minus 5x plus 6. Minus 5x plus 6. Then hit enter. We're about to start this. This is a quadratic. It's a curve, and it crosses the x-axis twice. Hit Control T, and that's going to give you your answers. I'm going to hit the up button once. The numbers on the right are your answers. So if you input 0, your output's 6. If you input 1, your output's 2. The 2 and the 3 would be zeros, wouldn't we? So an input of 2, output 0. An input of 3, output 0. So let's go to your paper. Wrong thing. So 0 was 6. 1 was, what was 1 again? 1 was 2. And then 0, 0, 2. So 2 and then 0, 0, 2. This and this are your zeros. So 2 and 3 would be the zeros, okay? So an input of a number, output 0, that is a 0. Let's go to number 15. Okay, I can put away the paperwork for now, okay? So on number 15, we need to find the slope in a point, okay? Remember, this is your point slope. I should put this on the worksheet, okay? But that's the formula for point slope. This is my y, this is my x, this is my m. So my m is 3 over 4. And remember, the x and y have negatives in front of them. So the opposite of a negative 3 is 3. The opposite of a positive 2 is negative 2. So it goes to the point 3, negative 2, and the slope's 3/4. Let's go to the next problem. Okay, I'm going to do this once. Remember, your slope it's ax plus by equals c. The slope is always negative a over b. You've got to memorize that. These two numbers would be your slope. So put 4 over 1, and then the opposite of a negative is a positive. The slope actually would just be 4. And then your x-intercept is your c divided by a. Your y-intercept is c divided by b. So what's 6 divided by 4? 6 divided by 4 is 3 over 2, if you were to punch that in the calculator. Your y-intercept is going to be 6 divided by negative 1, which is negative 6. Okay, sometimes the intercepts will not be integers. Okay, let's go to this one. Your slope's going to be negative a over b. So put 3 over 2. The opposite of a positive is a negative. So your slope's going to be negative 3 over 2. The x-intercept is going to be 12 divided by 3, which is 4. The y-intercept is going to be 12 divided by 2, which is 6. You must know this. C over A and C over B. We're going to keep working on this. These give you the intercepts, the zeros, the slopes. You've got to know those formulas. Going to number 16. Okay, you've got to be able to get the slope also. It goes to the y-axis right here. Keep tracing to the right. The next grid point's right here. Then make your slope triangle. You would go up and you would go over. You would go up 1 over 2. That is your slope. Now then, the y-intercept is negative 2. That goes right here, doesn't it? And your slope goes right here. 1/2 x minus 2. Got to get good at that. Number 17. F-U-N. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, we're going to punch this into the table. So I need my paper again one more time. So remember, we're going to punch this into a spreadsheet. Okay, so we're going to go to the calculator. We're going to hit home. We're going to do 1. We're going to add a spreadsheet 4 and then type in x, type in y. You got to put the x and y at the top. I didn't get the y up there. Now then we're going to put in the numbers. So 4, 12, and 30. 4, enter, 12, enter, 30. And then I'm going to put in the prices, 4.9, enter, and then 9.3, enter, and then 19.2. 19.2. Hit enter. Now then remember the steps. Menu 4, 1, 3, X down, Y down, enter. Menu 4, 1, 3, X down, Y down, enter. So make sure the box is open. Menu, statistics, stack calculations, linear regression, X down, Y down, enter. And bam. Our slope is 0.55, which is how much each liver cost, and the starting price is 2.7. Okay, so go to here. It's 0.55 and 2.7. The slope would be 0.55, which is $0.55 per liver. And the line of best fit for 50 liters, write down 0.55x plus 2.7. We're going to go to our calculator. We want 50 livers, so we're going to hit home and A. 0.55 times, or not plus, times 50 plus 2.7. 0.55 times the 50 gizzards plus the 2.7 for the drink, $30.20. So this is going to cost $30.20 for 50 livers, okay? F-U-N, fun, fun, fun. Turn the page. Okay, we are rocking and rolling. Okay, remember on these problems, you need the growing number and the starting number. GX plus S. Growing number, starting number. Growing number, starting number. So she has $5. That's her starting number. And she earns $2 for each ticket. That's the growing number. Since she's earning money, the price is going to go up. So it's going to be 2x plus 5. The slope of the line is 2, and it represents 2, and what is it? Right, this is a function of the amount of money raised is a function of the tickets, $2 per ticket. And remember, this is our Y, this is our X. So go over here. The Y would be dollars, the X would be tickets, okay? Remember, she is only going to sell 6 tickets. So we only need 6 tickets. Now then, the Y-intercept is going to be 5. It represents the initial amount of money, or the starting amount. On your star, it'll be the initial amount. The X-intercept will not be 1. There will be no X-intercept. She's not spending money, right? Since she's not spending money, this graph's going to go up. So let's put the dot at the bottom. This would be 5, and then 1 ticket, 2 ticket, 3 ticket, 4 ticket, 5 ticket, 6 tickets. Okay? So if she sells 1 ticket, she's going to have $7. Every ticket she sells, she gets $2, right? 2 tickets would be 9. 3 tickets would be 11. 4 tickets would be 13. 5 tickets would be what? 15. If she sells all 6 tickets, she'll get $17, won't she? The X's will be your domain. The Y's will be your range, won't they? Okay? We would not connect the dots because it's not going to be continuous, is it? She'll never have $5.83. She's only earning $2 each time. So let's go down here. The domain of the function is 0, 1, 2. You got to put it in a brace. 3, 4, 5, and 6. And that represents the number of tickets sold. And the range starts off at what? 5. And it grows by 2. 9, 11, 13, 15. And the most she can make is $17 selling 6 tickets. It's the amount of money she has, right? Huge concept in this problem. You're identifying the slope, the y-intercept, the x-intercept. You're identifying the domain and range. Very important. This clicks. This is a big part of your STAR test. Go to number 21. We are going to use InSolve here. So we're just going to type it into InSolve. I'm going to get my paper so I can type these in. So we're going to go to your calculator. We're going to hit menu 3, 1. That's numerical solve, and just type in the problem. X minus 3 equals, and then 4 minus 2, parentheses, and then x plus 5, x plus 5. Close the parentheses, comma x, comma x. So I have it typed in correctly. Notice there's still a parentheses to the right. Hit enter. The answer is -1. So go to your paper. X equals -1. You should not miss this, okay? The next one. Go to your calculator. We're going to do the same thing. Menu 3, 1. Hit Control Divide. Not that. Escape. Control Divide. Now then, I've got 20 over X. 20. Hit the down button, X. Hit the right arrow button to get out. Equals. And then I need another Control Divide. And then I need 4 over X minus 5. X minus 5. Got it in. Now that I have to hit the right arrow button, comma X, don't I? You got to put comma X at the end, hit enter, and ding, 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 6.25 will be the answer. Okay? So go to your paper. This is 6.25. I'm going to show you how to do something on the calculator. So go up, hit enter. Now then hit menu, number, and then approximate to fraction, hit enter. The 6.25 would also be 25 over 4. So the answer choice, it might be multiple choice. It could also be 25 over 4, okay? Go into the next problem, okay? On this right here, we're going to make a T-chart. So we have our X and our Y, and it's 2 and 4 and 5 and 6. Okay, so we're going to put this into the calculator. We're going to run a regression. So get your calculator, hit a home. We're going to add a spreadsheet. Don't save anything. Add a spreadsheet, which is 4. Type in your X and Y. This won't take long. And then the point is what? 2 and 5 are my X's. And then my Y's are 4 and 6. 4 and 6. So menu, 4, statistics, stat calculation, linear regression, X down, Y down, and then hit enter. And bam, there it is. Now then, these are big decimals, aren't they? Okay, did I type that in right? 2 and 4 and 5 and 6. Yes, I did. These are big decimals. So what I'm going to do, I'm on the 0.6666, right? So I'm going to hit Control C to copy, hit Home in A, Control V to paste, and then hit enter. And that, ooh, I'm sorry, I didn't do 222. Hit Control V again. And then menu, number, approximate to fraction, hit enter. It's 2/3 in it. So my slope is 2/3. So put M equals 2/3. And B was also a big decimal. I'm going to show you how to get to it. So I need to hit home. I'm going to hit browse. And I want my unsaved document. Hit enter. And I get it again, don't I? Put your blue dot there, and we're going to copy and paste. Control C copies. Hit home A. Control V paste. And then menu 22 enter. Menu, number, approximate to fraction, enter. And I get 8/3. So my y-intercept's 8/3. So my b is going to be 8/3. So the answer is going to be y equal 2/3x plus 8/3. Ho, 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 ho. On the next one, we have a parallel line. We have the 3 and the 4. Remember, the 3/4 will be your slope, and the opposite of a positive is a negative. So my m is -3/4, and it's parallel, so it won't change. This is my x, this is my y. I'm going to plug this into y equal mx plus b. I do not know the b. So my y is -7, my m is -3/4, times my x is 5, plus b, comma b. You're going to put that into insolve. This is going to be a fraction, okay? So 15/4, you're going to add it. This is going to be a big fraction here. So let's put this into the calculator, okay? So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to do menu 3-1 to get insolve up, and then it's -7 equals -3/4 plus 5. -7 equals, control divide, 3 down 4, right arrow button times 5, plus b, comma b. And this is going to be a fraction here, okay? So we have this in there. That's the problem we need. Hit enter, and we get -10.75. We want this to be a fraction, so hit up, hit enter, and then menu 22 enter. Which is what? -43/4. That's probably what's going to be on Staar. Okay, so we're going to go here. So -43/4 is b. So we're going to get y equals -3/4x minus 43/4. That will be our equation, okay? This is pretty steep here. Let's go to here. Our slope is going to be the 2 and the 3, so put 2/3. The opposite of a positive is a negative. You have to flip and flip, so the new slope is going to be 3/2 in it. That's going to be the perpendicular slope. This is my x, this is my y. So y equals mx plus b. My y is 5. My new slope is 3/2 because it's perpendicular, times my x is 4 plus b. You're going to put that in insolve. I can do this one in my brain because the 2 goes in the 4. So this is going to be 6 and then -1. b is going to end up being -1. So your equation is going to be y equal 3/2x minus 1. F-U-N, fun, fun, fun. Keep going on. Number 23. Oh. Kirby Cellular charges $18 for the basic coverage and 15 cents for each minute. That's a GX plus S in it. This is the starting, this is the growing. Woodville Connection charges a flat fee of $80 each month. Okay, what is the minimum number of hours that Kirby Cellular is cheaper than the Woodville? So what we're going to do, Kirby Cellular is 0.15x plus 18, and then we want to have that less than or equal to the $80. Notice that this starts off cheaper, doesn't it? So what we're going to do is we're going to replace this with an equal and put it into insolve. So go to your calculator, type in menu 3-1, and then the equation, Jiminy Crickets, is 0.15x plus 18 and 80. 0.15x plus 18, and then put equal 80. What this is going to do is tell us what it's equal. Then put comma x, hit enter. Jiminy Crickets. Well, I got to put the x in. 0.15x, okay, plus 18. That's it. Ooh, I don't want the times there. Okay. Jiminy Crickets. Menu 3-1. 0.15x plus 18 equals 80 comma x. Now we got it. Hit enter. And 413 minutes. At 413 minutes, after that, it's going to be more expensive. So 414 minutes, it goes over. 413 minutes, it's less. So go to your problem right here. And x needs to be less than 413 minutes. Because 414 minutes is going to be too much, okay? Go to number 24. This is a long video, okay? Thank you for staying with me. Okay, what best describes a negative correlation? One goes up, one goes down. The speed of a runner and the time it takes to race. Think about this. The faster the speed goes, the quicker the race, right? That would be a negative correlation, wouldn't it? The number of apples in a bag and the weight of the bag. So if this goes up, the weight goes up, right? That would be a positive correlation. That would not be negative. The time it takes to repair a car and the amount of the bill. The more time it takes, the higher the bill in it. That's also a positive correlation. The number of people in a household and the amount of water used each month. The more people in the household, the more water is used, right? That is also a positive correlation. So the only one that works is A. That would be a negative. The faster you run, the less time it's going to take. And the last problem. What is the domain and range of the graph? Okay, on this problem here, draw a box. Your domain is going to go from here to here. Your range is going to go from here to here. Got it? So your domain goes from -2 to 4, doesn't it? The domain goes from -2 to 4, and we're going to use inequalities, right? And you put the x. The range goes from what? -1 to 4, doesn't it? So the range goes from -1 to 4. Make sure y'all can do that, okay? Fun, fun, fun. That was a long Staar review. A lot of calculator usage. Make sure you can store those problems. Make sure you can store them. If you can store them, you're going to do really good on your Staar test. Finally get to pause this video. That was a long video. Remember, you are amazing. You are created to do wonderful things, and you are awesome.